Pretty good. Hey to whoever's watching. Hey Zeus. I'm John Hobbs. Actually, hey Zeus, the storm was nowhere fucking near me. No news on Todd and Jason. Their power's out. Hmm. Ambulance. No lights on or anything. Oh, you know what? We could just do that. I was thinking about doing that earlier, but I didn't do it. No, that's not the same. Press here. Hey, Homer. I've been paying attention because I'm trying to fucking find some phone numbers. Oh, good you said that because I cut it off after the first ring. That's good to know, but I should still check in with numbnuts. speakerphone on there. In the east, Homer, East Coast, that's 3 times. Answer the fucking phone. Hey, it's Myron just checking in on you. I know it's pretty early, you don't have any power, but I thought I'd try. Catch you later. Hope everything is good. Yeah. Well. Oh, how the fuck did that one get there? Well, we'll just leave it alone, I guess. I heard that yesterday. What the hell? Start over some rock and roll. Yeah, I know you live near Oregano there, John. Oh, that's a little You rolling for it all the time. It's kind of bring you down. Red diamond ring. And all you do. Your satisfaction. taste seemed to match a lot of other people's. I wouldn't say it's good taste. But then I would say a lot of people probably haven't listened to all the stuff that I have. Hey, Epic, how's it going today?
Thank you. These monitors are rubbish. I thought we were supposed to bring our own.
We'll sing in the sunshine. We'll laugh every day. We'll sing in the sunshine, and I'll be on my way. I will never love you. The cost of love's too dear. But though I'll never love you, I'll stay with you 1 year, and we can sing in the sunshine. We'll laugh every day. We'll sing in the sunshine, then I'll be on my way. I sing to you each morning, I kiss you every night. But darling, don't cling to me, I'll soon be out of sight. But we can sing in the sunshine. We laugh every day. We'll sing in the sunshine, and I'll be on my way. told me, hey, don't you love you any man? Just take what they may give you and give but what you can, and you can sing in the sunshine. You laugh every day. You'll sing in the sunshine, then be on your way. And when a year has ended and I have gone away, you'll often speak about me, and this is what you'll say. We sang in the sunshine. You know we laughed every day. We sang in the sunshine. And she went on away.
Ménil longtemps, mais oui, madame, c'est là que j'ai laissé mon cœur. C'est là que je viens retrouver mon âme, toute ma flamme, tout mon bonheur. Quand je revois ma petite église où les mariages allaient gaiement, quand je revois ma vieille maison grise ou même la brise par je d'entends. Je suis pas poète, mais je suis émue. Et dans ma tête, y a des souvenirs jamais perdus un soir d'hiver. Une musique, des yeux très doux, les tiens, maman. Tout un roman d'amour poétique et pathétique, Ménil Montant. Oh, je suis pas poète, mais je suis émue. Et dans ma tête, y a des souvenirs jamais perdus un soir d'hiver. Une musique.
Well, the first 3, 4 bobs were pretty good, but the last two kind of sucked.
Poétique et pathétique, Ménil Montant.
The first 3, 4 cops weren't too bad, but they weren't. I don't think they were fresh picked.
I'm going home. I left my baby all alone, but I didn't do you wrong. Oh, my honey baby, but now I'm going home. I left my baby all alone, and I didn't do you wrong. So you ain't gonna weep and mourn. So you ain't gonna weep and mourn. I called my baby yesterday night, and she said she loved me. She wasn't gonna kiss me, and she's gonna love me, but I'm gonna home. I love my baby.
Upstate, how's it going?
And I didn't do you wrong, so you ain't gonna weep and mourn. So you ain't gonna weep and mourn. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Stuff I got was peaches and cream, but it seemed like it wasn't real. It was chewy. Well, if he's on, I probably will.
I'm going home. I left my baby all alone.
Regular
But I
time,
didn't do you
5
wrong.
p.m.
Oh, my honey baby.
Runs for 2 hours.
But now I'm going home.
Anybody else
Well,
wants to
it
go
won't
to?
be long.
Well, what the fuck? Is this your first time
And
you've been
when
here?
I get
Ah,
home, well, you ain't gonna weep
Ah.
and mourn. Well, you ain't gonna weep and mourn.
Drop a link upstate. I turned you into what the fuck are them little fucking blue guys?
And she's gonna love me, but I'm going home. Well, it won't be long. And when I get home, well, you ain't gonna weep and mourn. Well, you ain't gonna weep and mourn. I said you ain't gonna weep and mourn.
You know, one of these days I gotta get them nails. Yeah. Yeah, I do. See? Yeah, you're 2 hours ahead of me upstate.
I wanna walk with you, talk with you all night long. If there's no light, and I get you $100 well, I do turn it to mine to get so fine. Oh yeah, just me, baby, that's my wonders eye. I wanna take you to the baby tonight.
Well, I gave a tool to Debo, but I don't think he knows how to use it. Because I don't think he advertised for himself once.
I won't hang up on the last one. Tonight I just can't wait for the future that's mine with you. Get so far. Oh yeah. Just leave you, baby. That's my one
And that's at 5 o'clock Mountain Time for Devo's Weed Chronicles. That's 5 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock, or no, 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock in the Far East.
There's no better time than that when I get you under
Fuck, I gotta go get a different shirt.
You're so fine. Just leave you, baby, that's my woman's eye. Just leave you, baby, that's my woman's eye. Just leave you, baby, that's my woman's eye. Wait. They put a fucking lot on a piece of land where the supermarket used to stand. Before that they put up a bowling alley on the site that used to be the local party. That's where the big band used to come and play. My sister went there on a Saturday, come dancing. All her boyfriends used to come and go. Why not come dancing? It's only natural. Another Saturday, another day.
Well, John doesn't really blaze or upstate. He just likes to sit and laugh at some of the people who do.
He didn't doesn't like would end up in frustration. He'd end up blowing all his wages for the week. Or for a cuddle and a peck on the cheek. Come dancing. That's how they did it when I was just a kid. And when they said come dancing, my sister always did.
Well, it's good you put it out early. People will get it then. Yeah, 4 Pacific.
My sister should have come in at 3 o'clock. And my mom would always sit up and wait. It always ended up in a big row when my sister used to get home late. Out of my window I could see them in the moonlight. 2 silhouettes saying goodnight by the garden gate.
Well, just like that.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's your day going?
Oh, not too bad so far.
Good. What's going on, everybody in chat? Who we got in chat, Byron?
John Hobbs, upstate.
You know what? I was near Upstate's house today. Went on the
Really?
Canada side. Yeah, just going home right now.
Homer and Epic was here, but he's probably gone now. He just pops in and he's gone.
Right on. See what I got in the rearview mirror? See what I got?
Those fancy sunglasses?
Oh, you can't see it? Well, I'm towing a jet ski.
Oh
On a jet
no.
ski.
You bought one.
Yeah.
Kind of the wrong time of
Was too
year, but
it was too good of a deal to pass up though.
yeah, in the fall you get the best deals.
Yeah.
But then it has to
The
sit for a year.
guy right. That's okay. I saved myself a lot of money, so it's only got fucking 40 hours on it.
You roboted the whole thing.
Busted with my phone. What's that?
I said you roboted the whole thing.
I was roboting?
I can hear anything you. Yeah. Hey, who won the baseball game
Oh,
last night?
shitty. Sorry, man.
It's not you.
Toronto lost.
Ah, that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, so they got to win tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
They got Manoa and then Stripling tomorrow. Tonight will be a good game.
After that 18 to fucking 10 game, I thought they'd be good for the rest of the year.
Well, not all going to be like that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's still the MLB, man. Boston's Eastman, but they're still a good team.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful day, man.
It's pretty nice here, too.
Is it?
Yeah. Wind is blowing. I got the windows open. I think it's about 10 degrees.
Anybody else been up yet?
No.
No.
No. Says there's only 2 watching right now, so maybe nobody will even come up. Well, Josh and Julie and Todd and Jason won't be able to come up. They have no power. Well, are you still there? Lost you. Well, oh, you're back.
You there, Byron?
Yeah, you disappeared for a bit.
Hello.
Yeah. So did you take Ruckus with you?
So I can go to the bathroom.
Hmm. You still there? Oh, it's up to 16 now. Fuck. Mommy.
Now I'm growing up and playing in a band. And there's a pub out where the party used to stand. My sister's married and she lives on in the States. Her daughter go out, now it's her thing to wait. She wants to get away with things she never could. But if I asked her, I wonder if she would. Come dancing, come on sister, happy Sunday.
You bitch. I wasn't finished with Come Dance. What the fuck is this? We'll get back to here.
My sister always did. My sister should have come in at midnight, and my mom would always sit up and wait. We've always ended up in a big row, when my sister used to get home late. Out of my window I could see them in the moonlight, two silhouettes saying goodnight by the garden gate. The day they knocked down the party, my sister stood and cried. The day they knocked down the party, one of my children died, just died. Now I'm growing up and playing in a band, and there's a pub out where the party used to stand. My sister's married and she lives on an estate. Her daughter go out, now it's nothing to wait. She wants to get away with things she never could. But if I asked her, I wonder if she would. Come dancing, come on sister, have yourself a ball. Don't be afraid to come dancing, it's only natural.
Okay. Oink oink.
Can you see that girl in the corner? I can take her out of the chain. If I had my way with you, baby, I would be changing your life today.
Yeah, he's back from holidays. He got back yesterday. Jesus. Fucking, I went that thought.
And all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. Dream, dream, dream when I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that will die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 On a weekend past, I wouldn't have had time to get home and marry that baby of mine. So I went to the chaplain, and he authorized me to send for my heavenly eyes. My heavenly eyes was coming to me from out of the skies on flight 1203. In an hour or two, I would whisper I do to my beautiful heavenly eyes. The plane was way overdue, so I went inside to the airlines desk, and I said, "Sir, I wonder why 1203 is so late." He said, "Oh, they probably took off late, or they may have run into some turbulent weather and had to alter the course." I went back outside and I waited at the gate, and I watched the beacon light from the control tower as it whipped through the dark ebony skies, as if it were searching for. And then came the announcement over the loudspeaker. For those having relatives and friends on flight number 1203, please report to the chapel across the street at once. Then I felt a burn break deep inside, and I knew the heavenly skies had taken my life. Wonderful prize, my beautiful heavenly eyes. If I ever get to heaven, I bet the first angel I recognize, she'll smile at me, and I know she will be my beautiful heavenly eyes. If you wanna be having mother of your life, you have to make a friend. Go to my first love, one of you, get another girl to marry you. If you wanna be having mother of your life, you have to make a friend. Come for your wife. Go to my first love, one of you, get another girl to marry you. But if you make another woman your wife, but you'll be the rest of your life. And all your little woman will feel on that. She'll always feel guilty or bad. If you wanna be happy for the rest of your life, you have to make a bed, one for your wife. So for my personal,
get another girl to marry you.
I began to lose control. I began to lose control. I didn't mean to hurt you, no. And I'm sorry, beg your pride. Yeah. Said it wrong and hurt you, no. I'm just a jealous guy. You didn't want me anymore. I was shivering inside. I was shivering inside. Oh, to hurt you, no. And I'm sorry I made you cry. Yeah. I didn't want to hurt you, no. I'm just a jealous guy. I'm just a jealous
I thought that you were shining high. I was swallowing my head. I was swallowing my just a jealous guy. Yeah. I'm just a jealous guy. I'm just a jealous My boy, sweet one, some gonna be happy fun on the bike. Your life broken heart, feeling good. That's the day I'm gonna see my show.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jesus.
Joy in the hill. Some gonna be happy fun on the bike. If it do, I didn't know the place is buzzing. And I'm coming to say he's on, I'm judging. Let that dog go on wild, feel my own. Cause I'm a gun, I won't have a little fun on the side. Hey, down the line, oh, tonight I'm gonna see how
You would if you could sell it there, Jesus. C-Mac. I live so fucking far west, the Sorum never touched me, C-Mac. And it's good you got power back, C-Mac.
Come on, baby. Stir it up.
Bob Marley.
It's been a long time together since I've got you on my mind. Ooh, yeah. And now you are here. I said, if you're to see what we can do, baby. Just me and you, come on and stay.
Daryl, how's it going?
Come on, baby. Come on and steer it I'll blaze your fire, then I'll satisfy your heart desires. Still I steer it, every minute. All you got to do, baby, keep it in a dance.
I bet you there's a few people living in Newfoundland wish they were smarter and built their houses in a better spot. Yeah. That's true. It's just like the town I came from, in a valley, built on two sides of a river, and every year it's fucking flooded. So they put a fucking dam in. Not to stop it from flooding, but to get the electricity. And it still floods. Yeah. Well, it's easier to build on the flats too. Like in Peace River, they got flats, but those flats are too low. They even built fucking some, I don't know, they're 5 or 6 foot high, fucking whatever you want to call it, but still doesn't stop the water from fucking blowing into the Peace in the spring. Yeah, well, that makes a lot more sense. As long as the pilings are down fucking deep. It's down in China, they just got wooden fucking pilings. Yeah, I gotta agree there. And I don't know a fucking thing about tides. Fuck me.
Falling in love just makes me blue. Well, the music plays and you display it hard for me to see. I had a fear, now I hear you calling out to me. And I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Now the room is crowded, there's people everywhere. And I wonder, should I offer you a chair? Well, if you sit down with this old clown, I'll take that frown and break it. Before the evening's gone away, I think that we can make it. And I hope that I don't fall in love with you. I can see that you are lonesome just like me. And it being late, you'd like some company. Well, now I've had two, I look at you, and you look back at me. The guy you're with, he's up and split, the chair next to you is free. And I hope that you don't fall in love with me. La, 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 and I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Well, the night does funny things inside a man. These old tomcat feelings you don't understand. Well, I turn around to look at you, you light a cigarette. I wish I had the guts to buy
Just give me a
one,
minute
but
here. I gotta turn the fucking music down. My name is Myron, and if I it was because I got your number off of my phone. So some time ago, I don't know when it was, but I was any number on my phone number. I got friends down east, so I was just phoning anyone I could, and it didn't have a name with yours. You betcha. Have a good day. Okay, bye. And I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Now it's closing time. Music's fading out. Last call. Wow.
Myron! How you doing, mate?
Not too bad, and you?
Tired. When I go on holiday with the kids, I need a holiday afterwards. Couldn't really. The internet was a bit hit and miss where we were. So I couldn't do much. I was going to jump in and say hello to you and do a little video tour of the lodge.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's okay. Stressful week though, but glad to be back home. We were only going to go. We was only going to stay till Monday, but just I just need a few more days down there. It was eventful getting down there with all the stress of the ferry bookings, and then when we got there, the lodge we booked with a hot tub, I read on some reviews saying it was a terrible shithole, and I rang up the park before we got there. I said, "Look, I don't mean to be."
Well, you said that. Yeah, you said that before you left home.
Yeah. So we got there. What a fucking shithole. Myron, I'm not lying or exaggerating this when I say this. When we pulled up, when we drove into it, it was like something in Syria. Everyone was looking depressed, and it just, you could tell that it's one of those places where fights take place for just no reason. Anyway, so we pulled up to this fancy lodge amongst all the paupers. I mean that because it was just rough. The area was rough. And we went up, and the girls looked through the windows of the patio doors, and all three of them said, "Dad, are we really staying here? This is a joke, isn't it?" I said, "No, this was a surprise. There's a hot tub. We don't care about the hot tub." And they looked inside, and they started crying. Crying with sadness, not laughter or joy. The sofa, the furniture in there, where it's light grey, it looked like they smeared molasses over the armrests and the headrests. It's so filthy dirty. It's like a squat. And then I lifted the hot tub, bearing in mind that they said it will all be done for me when I come down the next day, not to worry. And the hot tub had bird shit underneath the cover, caked in on the side of the hot tub where the water line is. I don't know how they managed that. It's quite an achievement. So at 4:45 in the evening, when they closed at 5 o'clock, the signal was shit. "You are caller number 8. 5 minutes. "You are caller number 7. And they got down to you are caller number 4, and suddenly the line cut off. And I'd start all over again, that fiasco. And I was getting really stressed. I thought, I'm going to have to drive back home. I'm going to have to drive back home. It's too much. Anyway, finally got through to some guy, said about what it was really like. I said, look, I could prove it. I could do a live video call, talk with you now. It's dismal. So I went up to the main office, spoke to the staff are lovely. It's just that the people that run these parks don't want to spend the money. The staff are underpaid. You know, I know you're going to say, well, if they're going to get paid for jobs, they should do the job. But I think they just give up hope. And luckily, we managed to get transferred back to the original place that we normally go and stay in the Isle of Wight, where we know all the staff, the security, the people behind the bar, the cleaners, we know everyone down there. And we managed to get back there. But I called it a vampire lodge because where they set us with a hot tub and a veranda, it was so far back into the woods, it was meant for vampires because they could come out at midday and survive, no problem. It's too dark. I mean, in the morning, the first night we stayed there, next morning, I like to get up in the morning. We didn't get up till about 11 o'clock because it's so dark still. We thought it's still night time. But it was good. And then on the Monday, you're supposed to vacate by 10 o'clock. And there's this bitch down there that works behind the reception. The last time we went there, my wife left one of her chef's knives in the drawer with the other knives accidentally, and they destroyed it apparently. £423 global cooking knife. In 10 minutes. And don't say no to Myron, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
She said 2 seconds. She just went back in the house to put my food on. And so Monday was the funeral of our Queen. And I must admit, it was very... I did cry. I'll admit to it. I don't care what you all say. You know, it was very sad. It's very, yeah, I did bring them on. Mr. McCracken. Yes, I always bring the Dyson with me. That's one of those Hoovers, Myron.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the kitchen sink. The way we pack up the car, you'd never think we're coming back. We're emigrating. So I stayed in for that, and then I had a big argument with the woman that was running the camp that day because apparently we were supposed to be out by 10 o'clock. She rang up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, well, hang on a minute. I spoke to all your staff. We said we can go whenever you want. We're packed up and ready to go, and we've left it clean. And she said, and I told her that all 3 members of staff around there said, yes, we can stay there. No one's moving back in there. You've been severely misinformed. Severely misinformed. Never heard that one before. But anyway, cut long story short, I said, well, I'm glad we can just go now. She goes, well, you have to. My staff have been waiting all day to clean the lodge. We were sat out on the front all day long watching the town. No one was there to clean the lodge. Anyway, I said, well, I'm glad you phoned up. She goes, well, why is that then? I said, because we just tried to book another 4 nights, and I rang up your headquarters, and they said, because it's gone 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we now have to, it's too late for them to do it on their PCs, but if you go onto the campsite office, they can do it there. She goes, no, we can't. I said, well, that's what they told me. She goes, no, we can't do that. You've got to leave. I said, but I want to book another 4 nights. She goes, no, you can't do it. I was all right then. So I said, I'm off then. So there's another campsite, literally a sister one next door. It's about 1.5 miles. Went down there, walked into the office, lovely women. I said, look, excuse me, have you got any lodges? And she goes, yeah, which one do you want? I said, well, I want one like blah, blah, blah. She goes, well, there's one down in Landguard. I said, I know, I've just come from there, number 11. She goes, well, do you want that one? I said, well, yes, please. But the woman said, no, you can't have it. She said, yes, you can. She goes, what, where do you want to go now? I said, yes, please. She said, well, give us half an hour because the girls will have to go in there and make sure it's all nice and clean for you. I said, yeah, not a problem. And she goes, credit card? Yeah, here we go. Dip, chip and pin, done. And I went back there. And the cleaning woman was there when we went back. And I said to her, look, do you clean all these round in this section? She goes, yeah. I said, I'm so sorry if I kept you from your work earlier on. We was told we could stay. She goes, what do you mean? I said, well, you've been waiting all day to clean it? She goes, no, I've just come on shift. It's like 5 o'clock in the evening. I said, Anyway, and then 10 minutes later, I get a phone call from that bitch again saying, what are you doing in that lodge? I said, well, sat on my ass at the moment. Do you want any more descriptions? And she goes, there's no need to be flippant with me. Why are you in that lodge? I said, because I wanted it. Because I told you we haven't got any more lodges. I said, well, I beg to differ. She goes, well, you haven't paid for it. I said, well, yes, I have. None of our records are showing that you paid for it. Well, I said, well, I've got the receipt in my hand. Do you want to come down and see it? And she went, didn't see anything more from her after that. But I'll tell you what, the lodge is so nice. It's what this bit was more further up the woods. I saw woodpeckers, badgers. Hang on a minute. Mr. McCracken's going to get really excited. Lots of red squirrels. There's from America or Canada, I can't remember which one it was. They had you got the grey squirrels, haven't you? And they're vicious bastards, and they killed all our red squirrels, except for on the Isle of Wight. But it was nice, Myron. And like I said, we got back late last night, and I was just so tired unpacking the car. I wanted to jump in. But, yeah, I just seem tired now. How have you been? Have I missed much?
Not really.
You haven't got married or anything?
No.
Got any girls pregnant?
No.
How's Effie and Bear been?
Not too bad. Effie worries me. Her nose is warm.
Oh, that's unusual.
Yeah, it's been for a couple of days.
So they use the nose to cool down as well, don't they?
Yeah.
So what do you think it might be? Have you looked online or looked for any information?
No, because other than her nose being warm, I can't tell if she's not showing any signs of distress at all.
Is she behaving like she normally behaves? Eating?
Yes. Everything is good. Except for her nose is water. Once in a while.
What about when she wakes up? Is it cold or warm?
Yeah, I never frickin' went over and touched it when she woke up in the morning.
I don't know if dogs get like colds and flus and stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, I was thinking I might have to give her 80 milligrams of aspirin.
Oh, can you do that? Can you?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure.
didn't know
You can. Bigger dogs you can. I don't know if I'd give 80 to a bear, maybe 40 or 20.
Yeah.
But aspirin's a pain reliever, so it'll work on animals too. And it also helps if you got fluids and coughs and shit.
But she's just acting like her normal self. She's eating okay and drinking
Yes.
water. I don't think there's a need to do that, really.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna.
You know her better than me, anyway.
Yeah. I'll just keep my eye on her. And maybe well, I was going to say maybe she'd improve, but she really hasn't. Outside of a warm nose, that's it.
Mm.
And it's just in the front, up on top. She's got a little bit of sweat and stuff.
Oh, yeah. So maybe she's got a little bit of a cold, a head cold. But as long as she's eating and drinking, that's the most important thing. And sleeping.
Oh, yeah. She won't miss a meal, and she just had a big drink.
How's your weather been over there? Because ours it's been sunny, but it's getting cold. I'm sat here now talking to you in my little man cave with a heater next to me, and last night, a little fan going to keep me a little bit warm. Just take the edge off it.
It's 17 right now, and I got fucking windows open. Sun shining, bit of a breeze. I'm pretty happy with the weather.
Yeah, it's in the 20s. Well, 21, 22 it went up to yesterday and the day before. It was pleasant. It did piss for the first time yesterday morning. It always pisses down with rain when we have to pack the car up. Bastards.
That's for you.
Actually, if anything went missing in the Isle of Wight, is lots of sauces and pepper sachets and salt sachets, and I robbed a bottle of vinegar from another restaurant when he's eat as much as you like restaurants, but yeah, that's about all we're missing down there. We had a good time down there. It's all right. I mean, Daisy had her moments as usual, but yeah, it's all right. The entertainment complex where you go down in the evenings and that is pretty shit, and they charge a lot of money for the beer, and they've got lots of those like arcade machines where you put a coin in and it drops down and it pushes the other coins. You know those pushers they call them. Yeah, but
you forgot your magnet at home.
No, did I fuck? That's it. No, did I fuck? Yeah, so the kids did all right. They got all their prizes and that, and little. I mean, these are like little penny 1 cent chews and stuff like that. You see these other parents are spending like $20 to get a 1 cent chew out of it.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a taking part. That's the excitement.
Well, it's the same sort of excitement that a lot of people get when they go to a casino.
Yeah, or horse racing, that kind of stuff. It's gambling, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we're going to go back down again the end of next month if I've got any money. I was all right for money actually when I sold that machine, that big dance machine. I thought, yeah, I'm quite rich now. And then I ended up staying there for another another 4 nights. But yeah, it's quite expensive. It doesn't sound very much, but then you got your fuel, the extra food going out. But the things like with the food, I go to this local grocery store, supermarket, and I know exactly at 6 o'clock in the evening they would do the reduce to clear, and I could get like 40 quid's worth of meat, 40 pounds worth of meat for like five or 6 pounds. Live like a king for a few days. You've got to eat quick though. I've got a hot tub already, Mr. McCracken. Oh, sorry, Roger Hancock. It's still at my other house, isn't it? It's been there for 2 years, and the incentive to go and get it is kind of like, with its energy costs, there's kind of like pissed on the fires of getting a hot tub back here. But I should do though, so I'm still using a magnet on my meter. Whoops, don't want to dox myself.
Yeah.
Did you watch any? Sorry, I know you probably would have done, but did you see anything at the funeral on Monday?
No.
It was absolutely wow. You can't. No one could do it. No, I'm not being all puffed up chest and that, but nobody could do it quite like us Brits. That was the most amazing send off. It would never ever be anything like it again in the world, and nothing ever has happened before. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, waste of fucking big bunch of fucking money to plant somebody in the ground.
Well, it's not in the ground. She's in a tomb next to her husband.
Yeah, in a manner of speaking.
Yeah.
When they could have spent all that money on the fucking poor and maybe getting some heat for this winter for you guys, but no. And you think it's okay that they spent all that money.
Well, no. What the thing is, what the tourism that it probably brought in, over 4 billion people watched it, if not more. So it generated some kind of revenue, unlike sending fucking billions over to Ukraine to prolong the inevitable. And that's a different story altogether.
Yeah, there's that one too. Because we're doing that too.
I know you are. I mean, Trudeau needs a good swift kick in the bollocks. I'd ask you to do it, but I know it probably hurt your chest. We have to ask Josh and Judy to do one on each side. I think they're more healthier.
Well, Josh and Julie are having problems because they went through a hurricane yesterday. So was Jason Godet.
A hurricane?
Yes.
I think that in the news.
Up in Newfoundland, the hurricane washed some houses away.
Shit. So have you spoken to him since? Are they okay?
I don't know about Jason. I left him a message on his phone. And John Hobbs got a text from Josh saying that they were okay.
Yeah, they're in an apartment block, so it should be quite secure, I should imagine.
Well, that's what the Twin Towers would have thought too.
I was thinking about you a couple of days ago when I was having a cup of tea, and I was thinking, I remember when I said to you I was talking about tea, cups of tea, and I put a little splash of milk in it. You called me a pussy. Right? The reason why you don't have a splash of milk in yours is so you can get four cups of tea out of one bag, because you can't do that otherwise, because the milk puts a membrane over the tea leaves, and you wouldn't be not able to make any more cups of tea. Correct?
Yeah, that's right. No, yeah, because you guys put the milk in the... See, if I was going to do the milk, I would make the tea and put the milk in afterwards.
Huh?
Yes, that's the way it's done over here.
You got to... Go on.
Everybody, you make a pot of tea for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And then they can add milk or sugar or honey, whatever they want in it. But you just make a tea that everybody.
Yeah. Listen, yeah, same thing over here. So, well, obviously we originated it. So you have a pot of tea. You warm
Originated what?
a pot of tea.
You didn't originate it?
No, not originated because they're Chinese.
Ah.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to explain is that you get the pot, warm the pot first, then put the tea bags in, or no, not tea bags. It'll be like tea, actually with a spoon, and you get a strainer, tea strainer for the tea leaves, and you let it, and you put we put a cozy, like a woolly hat over the pot to keep it warm, and you let it brew. And then you can either add. You never ever put. I've seen people with the tea bags. They put the milk in with the tea bag and then pour the water in. Fucking absolute stupid way of doing it. 'Cause you never will release the toxins in the tea when the milk's in there because it's putting a membrane over it. It's like a condom. Tea bag in a condom.
Well, it just seems funny to me that you put your tea and milk in together. See, I told you we don't do it that way.
Not at the same time.
Not the same. You put, if you want, you build your tea in a fucking teapot.
Yeah.
Water in the tea bags.
Yes.
When the youngest kid gets allowed tea, well, you pour him off a half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of weak tea, and you give him a few drops of milk in it, and maybe a little bit of sugar.
Yeah.
But hell, don't need to do that for me. It's everybody gets a cup of tea, and then each individual gets to decide whether there's milk or not in this tea.
That fucking Mr. McCracken. I reckon he's got a camera on me. Look at that. I'm just opening that up to put a little splash to make it last longer. Oh, fucker. He's got a spy camera on me. Mentions lemonade just as I was doing it. Since I've had COVID, I've still had a craving for a cup of tea, a coffee rather. And I used to love coffee, really different blends and stuff like that. I was really a connoisseur of coffee, but I just don't like it. I just don't know. Yeah. No, actually, I'm not going to. No, I'll just call it. That's what we drink. That's what I drink. Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea is really nice, Myron. I don't know what you drink. What blend? Probably Red Bush. What do you drink? Red Bush?
I drink Red Rose. I drink Canadian tea. Made in Canada. Well, not made in Canada, but blended in Canada.
Blended. Oh, have you heard of all the riots we got going over in England at the moment?
Nope.
So, you'd be quite shocked by this. I'm glad you're sat down and you're calm.
You can't knock me.
Oh, well, this is going to knock you, mate. The Muslims, would you believe the religion of peace are attacking Hindus in England across our cities? So what happened was, originally, some Muslim woman said that that are Hindus, I don't know what your experience with them is. I've met quite a few. The ones I know are very peaceful and calm, and, you don't hear of any Hindu grooming gangs or Hindu drug dealers. You just don't. They're just a kind of like quiet sect of religion. They've got their own ways and their views, and they're a bit like the Moonies. Well, I don't know about the Moonies, but and they're just you don't hear of any trouble from them. They're kind of like quiet. I don't know what Mr. McCracken was saying that, but that's my point of view on it and what I've experienced. And so basically, up in a place called Leicestershire, where it's predominantly Muslim, some woman, a Muslim woman, said that her child had been kidnapped by 2 Hindus. It's a bit bizarre. Anyway, so it all kicks off. all these Muslims that are coming from Birmingham and other places. It's called a Muslim Defence League. They call themselves, with all the bit like Antifa, you know, all their faces covered up, going around hitting everyone. They've come up there and they've been burning trying to set fire to temples and going around and beating people up, walking along the streets. And then it's been announced that this woman, who said her child had been kidnapped by 2 Hindus, had admitted that she lied. So now that it's still continuing, even though she's admitted she's lied and nothing happened, these Muslim gangs are going around certain areas where the Hindu population is more greater and looting and smashing up their cars and smashing their shops up and their businesses. And the police just stand there and let it happen.
Yep.
Motherfuckers.
But if you try to fucking stop them from doing it, the police will come after you.
Yes. A bit like the grooming gangs are raping. Same thing. They seem to have some kind of untouchable presence. It's like we have things, you know, like you could take a piss out of any religion in this country. Anyone. You can stand up on stage or do anything or comment except for one. Except for one, because it's blasphemous.
Fuck the Muslims.
Yeah, thank you. They're not all bad.
Hey, Trudeau, you're a fucking Muslim too, you cocksucker.
Oh, what did I hear about Trudeau the other day? Oh, fuck me. What was it? Oh, I want to tell you about it as well. I can't remember. I found something about him. Oh, shit. And it wasn't about him blackfacing or anything like that. Something more recent. Was it something to do with Biden? I can't remember now. And that fucker come to the funeral. Yeah, but Biden had to sit right back in the church.
Oh, wait, I know what it was, because Trudeau was singing on the Queen's. I don't know if it was that day or he was singing the day or two before. He was singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's it. Yeah. Some guy playing the piano and he thought he's some kind of like 60s legend, you know, like the Rat Pack. Prick. So the thing is, right, as Mr. McCracken said about the doors remained open too long, about look, it's how it is. Back in my day, right, you'd have a few people of different religions or countries and that, and it's in small numbers, and it's okay. It's nothing wrong with a bit of Quality Street, a bit of variety in life, in small amounts. Like I said before, you don't want to eat baked beans on toast every day.
The Indians would have wait. Native Americans thought that way when you English kept fucking coming over here.
The French, the Spanish,
Yeah,
the Americans.
but it's mostly English land up in, from here down to Mexico, and then it changes into Spanish. Because the English bought everything, or the white people. Don't blame it on just the English. There's the Irish. Of course, the Irish didn't have very much money. They all worked like slaves by the English.
So then what happens is they build up in numbers, and then they start to ghettoize certain areas. So it's no-go areas for anybody else, and they build in numbers. And that's when the trouble happens. And what I tell people is that, do you think that when the Indians and the Pakistanis, Indian as in Eastern countries, not North America, come over to this country, they come into England and say, oh, jolly good, bloody hell, we are in England now, let's all be friends. Do they fuck? And it's also originated, this trouble, from a fucking game of cricket against Pakistan and India. But they've been warring and killing each other and slaughtering and murdering for millenniums. You know, whatever it is, you know, they've been religion 2,000 or 3,000 years. And for people to think refugees are welcome, don't worry, they're going to come to our countries and abide by our laws and go around peacefully, are fucking sadly mistaken, as we see now.
There wouldn't be many Muslims coming to this town because we're so far away from everything. And in a town of 2,700, you'd have to have quite a few Muslims around here for them to survive if they were going to fucking start anything.
Listen, I had to, right? That Isle of Wight, it's like I said, it's 1950s.
Oh, that sounds like Pasha. How's
Yeah.
it going, Pasha? Did you have a good holiday?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you. Did you get lots of prizes? Oh, I tell you what, this girl. Oh,
Daisy, how's it going, Daisy?
Hello, Myron.
Did you enjoy your holiday?
I ain't seen you in ages.
yes, did you enjoy your holiday?
Kind of.
Kind of, you witch. All that money.
Well, money isn't everything.
No, I know, but it cost me a lot.
Exactly, Myron.
It cost me a lot for the family experience, so you could go there. You said you love it there, and I wanted to make you happy.
Oh, you wrote it.
Yeah. Which?
Bye-bye, Myron.
So see you later, Myron. Right,
Later.
she'll be back. Oh, I lost the thread now. Oh yeah, Pasha. Oh, listen to this, right? That girl. I don't need no DNA test. That girl finds all the latest. Well, when we're in the arcades, like these machines, these like vending machines where kids put $1 in or whatever, and they twist the thing round and something drops out.
I know all the time, son.
You know these like outside a candy store.
What?
You know, and you put a nickel in and you twist the thing round, you get some peanuts or jelly beans.
Oh my god, that's not the song.
She worked out how to get them for free. I mean, this girl, and then there's another thing. With those penny pushers I told you about, some of them in the magnet wasn't close enough to get the coins out. So what she done was she got some of these paper straws to drink your drink, and she bonded them together, lift the flap up at the bottom where the money drops out, and stick the straw up to pull the money down. That girl is so clever. I'm telling you, the things she can. I never even thought of these things. And yeah, she's clever. Yeah, like I said, but this 1950s England, Britain, England rather, Isle of Wight. It's very Victorian and that, because that's where Queen Victoria used to live, and she has her own residence there. It's a fantastic, amazing place, beautiful grounds, private beach, and you could go and visit it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think I was. I think Vicky died a long time before I was born.
just about 1900 she died.
Holy
She
fuck,
reigned
yeah.
on 1901. Anyway, there's a fish and chip shop in a place called Newport on the main. It's the main town of the island. Now the island's only about 20 miles wide by 18. It's not a very big island. Anyway, and we go there. We went there yesterday. Just to get you get it's the oldest fish and chip shop on the island, and you get this fucking huge sack of chips, fried chips, cooked chips, proper ones, for like £3. Absolute bargain for £3 because all of us were stuffed after eating them, tomato ketchup and stuff like that. Anyway, where we are, I forgot they've got one little mosque on the island. So I started seeing all these fucking flip-floppers with the sandals coming out.
And a gun shop.
And right next to the mosque is what? A gun shop. An English one. I thought, I don't know, that just tickled me. So you got there's probably about 30 Muslims there coming out.
Put it on the fridge.
No, keep it out. And I was looking at his gun shops, and it's quite I don't know, it's kind of tickled me that there's a gun shop next to a Muslim mosque.
Told you, what are you-
It did. It was funny, wasn't it? It was funny.
Hi, Myron.
All right,
How are you?
not too bad, dude.
Yeah, did you miss us?
Yeah,
Say no.
I said yeah.
Oh. We said no.
Oh, here we go, you two. So I'll come back later, like Myron and my wife. Let me know when you've both finished. Hi, Myron.
Oh,
I'm joking. Shut up.
He's jealous.
yeah.
Keep him amused while I go for a piss.
Amused?
Yeah. Oh, no, don't put the webcam on. It's not lap dancing.
Shut up.
So he could be gone for a half an hour.
What's the weather like where you are now?
Here it's really good. I've got sunshine, little breeze, about 17 above.
Oh, lovely. Whereabouts are you in Canada?
Alberta, northwest Alberta.
How far from Niagara Falls is that?
Couple thousand miles, probably.
Oh, bloody hell, a long way.
Yeah.
I want to go to there and do the zip wire. The zip wire across the falls.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It's supposed to be really nice there at the falls.
Yeah. Do you know Oak Island?
No.
Oh,
I've seen the show, but
yeah.
yeah, that's been it. I didn't even watch the show. I just know that it was on there.
Yeah, it's Daisy loves it. It's her favourite program.
Yeah.
But Canada's massive, isn't it?
Well, if I remember right, it's the biggest country in the world with the most lakes.
No, Canada.
Canada has more lakes than all the other,
Salt Lake City.
the rest of the world put together.
Cities in Utah.
I'm not going to do the food, right?
All right.
Bye, Myron.
I thought Russia was the biggest.
Well, then we're the second biggest.
Yeah, that's it. All the stuff in the newspapers you see reading about Putin threatening to nuke everyone. Hang on a minute. So if I walked into a bar and I went up to some guy and said, I'm going to smack your face in a minute, mate. And he turned around and he goes, yeah, I'll smack you back. So I'm the West and Putin's the guy in the bar that I've just walked up to and said, I'm going to beat him up. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Just don't read anything. Anything you read in the papers or see on TV, Myron, just laugh.
I haven't even known about this until you're telling me about it.
Oh, really? You must have seen.
I don't read newspapers. I don't watch mainstream TV news.
But you flick around on YouTube.
I don't flick around to things that don't interest me very much.
Oh, okay.
Some things do and some things don't.
So he announced that they're going to conscript, because at the moment it's not a war, and I know everyone else is calling it a war. It's a special operation, and the special operation was to come into those eastern areas, Donbass and Luhansk. Oh God, I'm going to drink. And because they're being tortured and murdered and killed by the Ukrainian people are killing their own. Well, the Ukrainian government are killing their own Ukrainian people that still speak Russian. Anyway, we've gone through this before. So, where NATO are continually supplying weapons to kill Ukrainians through the Ukrainian government, and they've been training, NATO and the US have been training the Ukrainian government since before 2014 and supplying them weapons. Anyway, so let's move on from that one. And then there was a vote in 2014 that they wanted to come back to Russia, but it was denied and cancelled, and you're not allowed to do this. And any opposition parties against Zelensky were put in prison, disappeared. Any newspapers or TV stations were taken off. So today and yesterday, those areas I just spoke about in the east, where they've been getting basically annihilated and genocide, are now taking elections to say whether or not they want to be part of Russia or part of Ukraine. And it's about 84% the polls are saying at the moment. And it's all been well done, with police and army and TV crews and making sure nobody's being threatened or intimidated. So Well, let's just see if the Ukrainian government stand true to, like let the people decide what they want this time. There's absolutely no democracy in Ukraine. That's why what you see on the TV, well, you don't see on the TV, but anybody else listening, is such a fucking propaganda bullshit load of lies. Absolutely. So we'll just wait and see what happens. As for so what they've done was President Putin announced that he's going to conscript 300,000 soldiers. Now, these are guys that are army reservists, not young kids that have never had any military. It's only people that have had military training, and they're like reservists to get ready because when NATO are just taking a piss supplying all his weapons. And so he's just moving a piece on the chessboard a little bit forward to say, right, here we go. What are you going to do with that then? And that's what's going on right now. I mean, the media are trying to decide that. I mean, yeah, there is some lefty liberal wet-tards that have been, getting flights and getting out of Russia, but it's a very, very, a couple of percent of the whole of Russia. And then the media jumping on it, saying protests, thousands of people. It wasn't thousands or tens of thousands of people protesting against it. It was a handful, literally a handful. I've watched it all live on other streamers' channels that are actually there doing it. And it just, oh, God. So, I mean, forget about what I'm talking right now about. Forget it's Russia and Ukraine. Just remember, guys, that how the media lie and bullshit us all the time. And it just manipulate the truth. Just never do your own research. Don't be lazy, anyone out there. Just do your own research and look around. Look around.
It's like watching commercials. It's all fucking lies. It's just meant to sell you something.
Yeah,
so that's all TV really is. It's meant to sell you something.
Like I said before, follow the money. If something doesn't sit right with you, follow the money and you'll find the answer. Yeah.
Sure.
After that food.
Oh, she's not gonna manage it.
I will. I'm hungry. I didn't eat much yesterday at all. I haven't eaten nothing today yet. I'll grab a feast in a little while. A meat feast. Yeah, it's a very fucked up situation at the moment. And we just had I don't know what you call it in your country, like a budget. So you've got the person who's head of the finance in the government, or what they're going to cut, like fuel costs or tobacco, or it's like we have it normally once a year. It's called a budget, and so the head of our government, somebody in that financing department would say, this is going to be cut. We're going to give you extra on that. Not one thing
works.
Yeah, not one thing was fucking said about the energy crisis, about taxing the companies that are making record profits. What they're saying is they're going to give everybody in the United Kingdom extra money, like about 10% out of the money that we're paying in taxes in the first place, but not taxing the companies that are fucking ripping us off.
Yeah.
A windfall tax. It's just I really despair sometimes, Myron. It's just telling me it's fucking nighttime and the fucking sun's burning me and I'm getting to a crisp. Just and people are out there protesting and rioting. Well, not rioting, but just going out there and letting their feelings be known. So what about all the pensioners this coming Christmas? It's coming winter. And the people that
I don't know how I'll be.
Pardon?
I said I don't know how I'll be this coming winter.
Well, no. I mean, people like yourselves as well. They dropped your money a bit as well, didn't they?
Yeah, but I'm not too bad. I think I can still survive pretty easy. Not like the people over in England.
Yeah, but you're like a bit of a mountain man.
True, but I don't think that I will run out of money my provincial government has got my back, I think.
Let's hope so.
Well, they've already started sending me extra fucking money. every month, $100 and some to make up for the extra rise in gas.
Okay. Your rise in gas hasn't gone dramatically up there, has it?
I don't even know. Natural gas, I haven't even looked. And regular gas, it jumped up. It was down near 190, but it's down to 150 when I looked yesterday, I think it was.
Wow. That's a big drop. Ours has only gone down a few pence. Hardly
Well,
anything.
it didn't drop all at once. It, had a couple of little stops on the way down. And I'm kind of hoping that it'll go down once more before it freezes. Because if it goes down once more, I'll fucking go get gas.
Gas as in fuel for the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not natural. Yeah, you'd say natural gas, wouldn't you?
It's down to $1.48 now.
That's not bad. That's about £1.70 English. Oh, that's about. I mean, it's about £1.80 at the moment in England, on average for diesel. What are you on about? Petrol, or diesel?
Petrol.
Well, petrol's cheaper. It's about $1.67, which should probably be about, Canadian. Well, another third plus, isn't it? It's about 35% more. But petrol cars are shit. You don't get the mileage. You don't get the range as you do with a diesel car. Nowhere near it.
So?
Well, diesel used to be much cheaper than back in the day. It used to be a hell of a lot cheaper. Nobody really had a diesel car.
And back in the day, nobody wanted a fucking diesel car. They're just not.
They were noisy. Yeah, they weren't refined as they are now. They were noisy, smoky, rattly.
And even now, I bet you they don't have a little switch so that you can high idle your motor every time you get out of the vehicle. Because on a diesel motor, it should always be running about 11 or 1200 RPM at an idle.
No, they're all about 800.
Yeah, see, that's not right.
On a warm engine. When you first start it up, it's probably around 1,000.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about cold. When you start with the cold motor.
Oh, right, yeah. Cold is around that. It's between 10 and 11.
But anytime you stop and you don't bother to shut your car off, you should be able to have a switch that'll jump it up to that RPM.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then the fucking oil pressure drops and a few other things happen. Or at least that's the way it used to be. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know about now. I mean, they're really good.
Yeah, but I don't want a fucking vehicle that I can't work on myself either. And a lot of the new vehicles, I wouldn't fucking give you a penny for them.
In some respects, yes. In some respects, no.
Well, if you own a vehicle and somebody from somewhere else can shut it off anytime they want.
That's electric.
No. It's computers.
Yeah,
it's
EV.
Computers.
Yeah,
so they can shut down anytime they want. So whose vehicle is it? It's not yours because they can shut it down anytime you want.
I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot to bring that up to you as well. And it's all becoming subscription based. So when you buy your EV vehicle, your sat nav, your mobile phone connections on air, stuff like that, and all the other bits and pieces, and now becoming you have to, and it's not cheap either. They only last for 1 or 2 years, subscription based. And so they're doing with phones. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of going back to writing checks for all your bills?
Oh, no.
That will just fuck up the government.
Yeah.
Yes, go back to writing checks and get everybody you know. Hey, Zeus, go back to writing checks to pay your bills. fuck up your government. It's still legal. So you can do it.
God, I can't remember last time I had a checkbook.
I know, me too, but
Fuck. I don't think you can still get them. I don't know.
you can get a checking account. I can get a checking account. And I'm good for about, I don't know, 30 or 40 free checks maybe.
Yeah, it comes in a book of 50, doesn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe I would get a book of 50 free ones.
It's book of 50. I mean, I've got my old one around here somewhere. I don't know where. God, when was the last time I wrote a check? Fuck me, it must be 20 years ago. Plus.
Yeah. Longer for me, yeah.
I mean, which is a good way in a way because it's less, like environment for paperwork, and less.
Oh, yeah. Yes, but that's all bullshit. Because they could be making paper out of fucking hemp. It's just it's not convenient, or they don't make enough money off of it. That's the only reason we don't have it.
It's open to more.
If the rich people were going to make a big bunch of money over it, we'd have it right fucking now.
That's true, but then it's open to more fraudulent, means. You can do more fraud with a check. Whereas where you're chipping in, it's digital.
Yeah, but you're writing to send it in to pay for a fucking bill. It fucks the government.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, because they're all set up for all digital and they all want everybody to use the plastic card. If everybody goes back to using checks, how are they going to get everybody to use the plastic card?
Do you know what? I'm just going to type in, because Mr. McCracken's said, right, Barclays. And let's just have a look. Barclays. Check. Oh, why is it caps? Stupid thing. Check. Look. Checkbook. Let me have a look. How can I get new checkbooks and paying in books? Need a checkbook. We need to send replacements. We need the accountants. Can you still do that now? Let's have a look. Do Barclays still provide checkbooks? Yes, normally. Right-handed checkbooks are automatically sent out. However, if you're having problems using them, you can request a left-handed version. Didn't know that. Did you know that? You can either have a left hand or a right-handed version of a checkbook.
No.
That's the fun fact.
I know I was sitting in a restaurant one day and I grabbed a fucking napkin out of the napkin holder.
Yeah.
Later on the table and wrote out a fucking $20 check to somebody on the napkin. And they took it in.
Really?
It was approved.
Did you remember your account details and everything then?
I had a real check there. But I'd heard that they would take, and I wanted to see.
So you copied the details off your checkbook onto it?
Yeah.
I see. How much was it for? $20, you say?
I think so. It was so that was 40 years ago. Yeah, more than 40 years ago. Probably 40, let's see. Yeah, about 45 years ago. Yeah, as long as you got all your information on any kind of piece of paper, it's a check.
Suppose so. Shame we can't do it with dollar bills.
Well, we don't even have dollar bills anymore.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What's the lowest denomination? 5?
5.
Yeah, we have the lowest denomination we got is £5 note as well. They did away with a pound note, so God, it's got to be 35 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, the strippers used to like it when you made a dollar bill into an airplane and flew it at them. Got rid of the fucking $1 bill, so guys started throwing fucking loonies. You know, maybe get it stuck in the crack somewhere, but it hurt too much, I think. So there's no more throwing of money.
Did you? I think Life was on last night or night before. How's he doing?
Oh, not too bad. His mum has passed.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no!
She fell out of bed and she was left on the floor by her grandkids. They fucked off. Uh, 801 went over there and picked her up, and she went downhill really quick. It
Oh
was over
shit!
a day and a half, 2 days.
They didn't leave her on the floor and fucked off.
Yes, they did.
Oh my god! Oh, really quite emotional to hear that for Life and his mum.
But he's not doing too bad.
I'm surprised he hasn't been arrested yet.
For what?
Fucking going after the kids to letting that happen.
Well, he might let his sister do that because they're her kids.
Oh, nephews and nieces then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a little bit lost for words. I'm just because I didn't think the end for her was just yet. You know, she was doing all right. She's doing the gummy bears and everything else, and I thought she's going to be around for a little bit longer. I feel so sad to hear that, especially for Life. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, a moment's silence there. Fuckers.
Yeah, well, they got 90 days to get out,
Oh, good.
and he didn't even talk to him.
90 days. Here, it's you could do it within 8 weeks. It's called a Section 21 notice. And I know a lot of your Canadian laws are similar to the British ones in some respects on some stuff.
Yeah, but he's not Canadian.
Hmm?
He's not Canadian.
Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. Sorry. So I'm just a bit thrown by the news, to be honest. And yeah, I know what you mean now. They're fucking bastards. I mean, I don't know what you know about it, but were they what, they weren't at the house then when she fell out of the bed? She's on her own.
As far as I know, they were in the house.
Oh my god, it's even worse. That's even worse. Was she there long, do you know? I mean, do you know any more details?
No.
Because I don't want to question him all about it. Well, not question him, but just get a picture. It's really devastating to hear. Fucking bastards. I mean, that's what I was saying about these kids these days. They've just got no respect, no appreciation, no. I don't know. I mean, you can't really say these days. It's hard to say this, but to say, blame the parents. It's not. I mean, I've had difficulty with Harley. We got back last night, and he had a load of his mates turn up, and they were going to have a little bonfire in the garden, and they just took out the house chairs for our dining table, left them there overnight, didn't have them felt fire, and then I went up. I used the upstairs toilet this morning for the first time, and the amount of piss splashes, dried yellow piss on the inside of the seat. It looked like one of them, because they had a bottle of drink up last night, they had a few drinks, and it looked like one of them had been sick down the toilet, not wiped it all up properly. It just and my little girls use that toilet during the night. I was really angry about it. So that's what I mean. These kids these days are just self-entitled. You know, they think everything should be handed to them on a plate.
Well, that's what you do to your kids.
No, not at all. I mean, like,
Whoa. I would be willing to bet that a lot of people that know you would say that you give your kids everything.
used to things have
Well,
changed a lot.
well, you still give them quite a bit.
Not as much as they used to have. And even now, like today, like Harley's going off asking for this, and I said, no, you're not. Listen, you get enough as it is. You get free internet.
After his fucking friends did shit last night, I'd be telling him to go to fucking work.
Yeah.
Is he in school? Like, is he still in school?
He's at college.
Well, if he's got enough time to dog fuck, he's not studying. So he could be working on the weekends, helping to pay for his college.
That's what I said to him. Well, no, college is free. It's university we have to pay for in England, but in Scotland and Wales they don't, and they get their money from our taxes in England, Scotland and Wales. They get free medication as well, but England doesn't. We have to supply them with free medication and education. It's a fucked up country. I don't know what it's all about, but we just crack on. But what I do now is where he'll be upstairs, he's got the computer on, he's in the middle of something. I'll say to him, right, Harley, come and do this now. You've been asked about 10 times now. And then, yeah, in a minute. I said, all right, it's okay. My finger's on a power button. And I go, you know, like where all your trip switches are.
See, that's your problem right there.
Go on.
Number one, you ask them 10 times.
No, that'd be the wife.
Well, it don't matter. Somebody asks them 10 times. That's the first big problem. Number two, you don't tell them you're standing there with your fucking finger on the switch. That's letting the pussy off. You fucking turn it off and then you discuss him working after that because you'll get a lot better fucking answers. First thing you do is get on them right away and then fucking, if you have to turn something off, you fucking slam that cunt right away. You don't give them warnings. If you don't do this, I'm going to shut it off. Fuck that. You shut it off and say, you little cunt, get out there and get this done or I don't turn it back on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I do escalate it quite a lot. I mean, even like yesterday when we were in the Isle of Wight, one of the back cameras wasn't working. And I know he'd done something. He must have done something. He must have turned something off and back on again. And I rang him up and said, right, Harley, go and do the back camera because I can't see the back camera. Turn the power off, back on the camera. Yeah, all right, I'll do it now. And then I'll wait half an hour. Harley, I thought you could do it. Yeah, I said I'll do it in a minute. I said, well, guess what? You're going to do it now? He goes, why? Because you can't go on the internet. He goes, you're in the Isle of Wight. I said, yeah, but I can turn it on and off from here. He goes, go on, try and open the page up. And he goes, oh, for fuck's sake.
Right there. You should have shut the fucking thing off and talked to him about it afterwards.
Yeah, I'll give him a chance.
Hey, well, what started this conversation? It was kids getting away with too much.
I know.
And they're useless. So I raised 2 kids for a little while, and one's a truck driver and the other's a machinist. But they both worked.
Yeah.
Or they're both working now. They're in their 40s, I think, or 50s. I don't know. I haven't talked to them in a long time. But yeah, don't fuck around talking to them. You're pussyfooting around, giving them the note every time. Just cut him off, and then talk about it after he's cut off because where his fucking, he can't say okay maybe later. Now,
Yeah.
Kenny, it's cut off until he gets it done. And the first thing you do is cut it off. You don't fucking wait for a half an hour or an hour. Cut it off right away. Every fucking time as soon as he doesn't do something, fucking cut it off. And then stay where you are. Let him come to you.
Oh yeah, I did that. I mean, this afternoon when the girls, my wife went to work today. Did some work at some kind of event because she likes to do that now. I like it. She likes it, and I used to not want her to go to work because she has enough to do in the house as it is and all the other things. But now she's getting a little independence thing where she earns herself a little bit of money. It's shit money, but she enjoys it, and it's given her a bit of I don't know, pride in herself. I don't know what the word would be, something like that. You know what I mean? And then my oldest daughter coming to 3 girls out to a fun fair and out from McDonald's and that. And I walked into the house. I thought, fuck me, what's happened? We've been burgled. It was a shithole. And I was determined that when my wife comes back home from work, that house is nice and clean. I hoovered it and dusted. But he brought down all his cups and glasses from upstairs. And I shouted up to him to come and clean them.
No,
Yeah,
Popo.
and he didn't come down, so I just unplugged the internet.
Oh, it's Popo.
Nice.
He goes, "What have you done
When
that
I
for?"
have the Samsung,
I said,
it's
because
Samsung.
I don't need to use it while I'm working, and nor do you when you're going to do your
No.
jobs. And he did, and
It's not
to be
fair.
fair, he come down pretty quick and did it all, really
That's
quick.
right. That's right. So you don't give him an out.
That's my new one. Where's the Oppo?
There.
Oh, okay.
But Daisy
Oh,
wants
I don't
Samsung.
mind.
Popo wants one as well.
Yeah, Samsung.
No, Daisy. Yeah,
When
Daisy
I was
can
on the
give her-
Samsung,
Daisy's got her
you
own
took it off
phone.
me and gave it to her
Right.
and said it was
take the
her
phone off Daisy and give it back to Paloma, and Daisy's got her own phone. Fuck me. These little fuckers. Anyway, sorry about it, Myron. Always a drama. Always a drama.
Females around, that's why.
Oh, God, isn't it?
Of course, there's a lot of guys that act like females too.
Oh, dear.
And I'm not even talking about the gay ones.
Oh, yeah. That's the only thing when I go down to the Isle of Wight. The only thing I dislike about going down there is when I'm down there, I keep thinking about moving there. It's so polite. People say good morning and good afternoon to you. Like I said before, you drive around little country lanes and you pull over and they give you a wave to say thank you. They're polite.
Yeah. They sound like they're Canadian.
It sounds like they left the island and went to Canada. It's a very polite island. People are nice down there. And they look after their own. There's I said this before, I don't remember, but there's an unspoken law in the Isle of Wight where they look after their own and they only employ people from the island. Like their own type of indigenous.
Yeah.
There's only one. You get these corner stores, and it's like Abdul or whatever it is. There's only one shop like that on the whole island. And it's a Sikh guy, and he's very nice and friendly. Only one guy, only one person in the whole. It's out in the middle of nowhere as well. But he's a nice and polite guy, and that's it. You don't get anything else there. I know they celebrate the schools celebrate Christmas. I know that sounds a bit bizarre to you. You say, well, why wouldn't they? You don't know what it's like on the mainland here. And they celebrate things like St. George's Day. They don't celebrate it here because they say it's racist, but then what they realise is St. George was Turkish. So how's that racist?
Well, we're not that religious over here, so we don't celebrate them kind of holidays.
You have Christmas, though.
We have Christmas.
Yeah.
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
New Year's Day?
Yeah.
There's some fucking holiday in around Easter.
Yeah, where Jesus Christ has risen.
Well, that's the story, but I don't fucking believe it.
But that's what it's based on.
Well, yes, and what is that? That is, fuck, not a vampire. What is it? Somebody climbs out of the grave.
Well, like a zombie, you're going to say, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
You could say that. I was waiting for you to say it. So your Boxing Days, is that traditionally to go out hunting? Because in England, it's hunting, like foxes.
Hunting season is over, but, well, hunting season is over. By end of November, it's over. You could go out maybe hunting for foxes, but we're not British. Fuck. If we went riding, we could go for weeks and months on a horse. Or you guys could go right across the island in a couple of days. I was looking earlier because I thought we might have a lake, freshwater lake in Canada that's bigger than all of England. Might be bigger all of the UK maybe, but I don't think so.
Well, Boxing Day is, I've just had to Google it just to get it. I knew what I was on about anyway. It's a sporting event. So what is Boxing Day celebrated for? Boxing Day in Great Britain and some Commonwealth countries, particularly Australia and Canada and New Zealand, on which servants and tradespeople and the poor were traditionally presented with gifts.
Yeah. And it's also a day that is used for taking gifts back you don't like.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't like something, you box it up and take it back.
Well, traditionally, back in the day, shops would close early on a Christmas Eve and then not back open again till January the 1st for the Boxing Day sales.
Yeah.
January 1st for New Year's Day. But then during the 50s, I think it was, or 40s, 50s or 60s, they started doing these Boxing Day sales where you can go and buy something that would normally cost like $500 for $1. You know, like the first 2 or 3 people, whoever queued all night long. Now you get these motherfuckers now that will start queuing on Christmas Day for the Boxing Day sales for like next to nothing discount. It's just, I don't know, it's up to them. But they do what they want to do. But Christmas Day should be on Reflect, just to spend time at home with your family, shut the world off, and no mobile phones. Just enjoy, drink, and be merry, and eat lots of food. That's my Christmas. We'd have no family or friends around. I mean, all right. One time about 8 years ago, we had a friend of ours lived 2 doors down. She was a paramedic, ambulance driver. And because she had no children, she had to work on Christmas Day. And so, and her husband, he went to see his family in Ireland, because they're Irish, in Southern Ireland. And so we had her around for Christmas dinner, because, she was on a shift. So I thought it was a bit sad and lonely for her. So that's about the only time we've ever had. Oh, my grandmother as well, back in the day. That's... Apart from that, twice in my 25 years with my wife, have we ever had anybody around? All her family are not allowed to come round. No one's allowed to come round. Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Well, we used to do Boxing Day parties. We used to invite them round and make vol au vents and all that kind of stuff and the leftovers of the day before. But Christmas Day and Boxing Day now is just us. Us here, our family. Everyone else is banned.
Well, Christmas Day is just another fucking day for me.
Yeah. Do you ever get invited out or anything like that? or people say, or families say, do you want to come over for Christmas dinner?
No, not in a while.
When's the last time you sat down with a family or other people, friends, and had Christmas dinner?
I don't know, 35, 40 years ago.
Fuck me.
Hey, 801.
Oh, mate. 81. I hope you come up, but if you don't, I understand. But really, really sad and sorry to hear about your mum. I've only just found out. I've been away on holiday until tonight. So I'm very, very saddened for you, mate. I mean, you don't understand. I'm just shocked.
I think he's taking it harder than you did, 801.
I didn't expect it. Not for a few more months, because she seemed to be doing so well. I'm repeating myself. I know mine, but you didn't hear this earlier on. You know, with the gummy bears and everything's seemed to be good. Well, you know what I mean. In the circumstances, I'm just very shocked and saddened to hear. So I hope you're keeping your chin up, mate, and keeping out of prison. I'd confiscate all your guns off you right now, because I would be very happy. So what happened with them, the kids?
Jesus, last time I'm fucking telling you anything. Next time I'll just say, hey, you get the information right from the horse's mouth. Because he'll be up in a minute to tell you.
Oh, I don't know.
You should wait until somebody brings up that kind of stuff before. But
it's good you give me a bit of a heads up, because if I just come in and he jumped in and I started going on, how's your mum doing? How's she going with the gummy bears?
yeah, but you're still yak. You know, the guy's had a hard time. You might need a little quiet, but you.
Oh, all right, come on. Don't
Hey, you can't say I'm wrong.
No, we're all like family on here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like a. I know it's a digital family, but we are family. We did share everything with each other, and you never know what we're talking about from 1 second to the next. There's so many twists and turns and the streams, and I think we all care about each other.
And seeing as I'm fucking you the patriarch of this family, I'll decide.
Okay. I can't argue with that, can I? And I'm not going to.
Well, when he comes up, I can slip off to the bathroom while you're quizzing him.
Oh, he's coming up, is he?
Yeah.
I'm not going to quiz him. Don't quiz people at a moment like this.
Is it you? Yeah.
I recognise that hat anywhere. It's mine. Good evening, Life. You're muted, by the way, mate.
Hey, good day.
How's it going?
Hey. I'm doing all right.
That's good.
Really sad to hear. I know you heard me say it, but say it to your face. I'm really so sorry to hear that, mate. Honestly.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Sooner than I was thinking, but she was sick of fighting. Also, you know. Told her, you know. After she fell down, she went down, healed pretty fast, and we just told her it's okay. Go home. To see your mom and dad, your brother. we're gonna celebrate her life on her birthday. It's next Friday. There's Friday coming up.
Yeah.
So birthday this Friday coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we're gonna have our celebration of life on that day.
when she passed, like you know, I've been away. Well, I said earlier on, I've been away for a week, and I've only just found out 20 minutes ago. When did she pass away?
Sunday evening at 8:36.
Was you all there?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good 20, 25 minutes alone with her right before she died.
Was she conscious?
No, but I'm sure she could hear still.
Oh yeah.
I played her some of her music she used to play when I was growing up, like Barbara Streisand and stuff.
Oh yeah. God bloody hell, I've heard that for a long time.
Yeah, I got to sit with her for about 25 minutes by myself. And I noticed her breathing wasn't going so good, so I called everybody up, and she died about 2 minutes later. We just went and got tacos and burritos for everybody, so everybody was downstairs eating. I took mine upstairs.
Was you only were you only family member there? No brothers and sisters or anything? And no one else there?
Well, they all came up when I told them everybody better come up, because I could see that he was going. I watched her brother die too. I've been around, watched people pass. I kind of know the signs pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she, you could see the phases she was going through, and they're going quick. But she's out of pain. She's not having to get drained and in pain, and
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yep.
How was your trip, UK?
Eventful, full of dramas. I didn't expect anything less.
Of course not.
Honestly, I tell you what, where we struggled to get down there, and we, everything was against us to get down there. And like I said before, I managed to get the ferry that we weren't supposed to wait 2 days for, but we got down there. And as we got down there, we fucking hell, I couldn't believe it. We actually arrived early for a change. Just as the boat just about to pull out, I'm the one that's, all right, let him on. I'm the last one on there. But this time we got down there early. But it's a place called, we sailed from a place called Portsmouth, which is England's maritime naval base, with all nuclear submarines and warships and stuff like that, and aircraft carrier. A bit like the Pearl Harbor, but, a little bit smaller. Anyway, and I think my sugar levels are a bit fucked at the moment, my diabetes. I keep pissing all the time. And we was 0.7 of a mile away. I could see it, but it took over an hour because of the fucking traffic. They overbooked it for everyone. And there was no bushes, no trees, nothing anywhere that I could jump out of the car quickly and have a piss. Mate, I was fucking... At least I know I haven't got my prostate gland's good. I tell you, I had a good workout. And it got to the point where I said to Claire, my wife, I said, look, we've got the baby's bottle there with the milk in. with a teat on the end of it. I said, Claire, look, please, I can't wait any longer. I'll buy we'll stop at a pharmacy and I'll buy a brand new bottle and everything. Please, I'm gonna have to empty that milk out. And she goes, no, you can't. And I managed to hold on. I'll tell you what, that piss was probably better than sex. You know what?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm on about, don't you? When you're busting for so long, and you go into, but the trouble is, you go into the public
There's
toilet.
an orgasm sometimes.
Yeah, and all the other guys are in there, and I'm going, oh, yes, like that. I must think I'm sitting there having a wank in the urinals. I turned round to them. I said, look, guys, I've been waiting for nearly an hour for this piss. And he goes, yeah, we know what you feel like. So that was okay. But yeah, it's okay. A few dramas and that, you know, I don't know if you just jumped in. When we got to the first place, I realised after I booked it was a big mistake because it had a hot tub. We got there and the girl started crying when I told them that we was going to stay there. All three little ones, even Daisy. You are joking me. She's going, she said, you're fucking joking me. I said, don't swear. She goes, Dad, are you lying to me? We're not really staying there. Are you just trying to punish me? I said, no, I'm not. And they all started crying. I managed to get it all switched around. We got us booked into another place that we normally stay in. And it was okay. It was okay. You know, the only sad time we had there was with the Queen's funeral. And I watched it all day long. And like I said earlier on, I admit I bawled my eyes out. Because it might not mean nothing to you guys, but for me, every Christmas Day, she's been in our house when she does a speech on Christmas Day at 3:00 in the middle of your dinner. And it's just that's all I've ever known.
Well, yeah, I get that. I mean, a lot of people around the world know nothing about England but the Queen their whole lives, you know.
Yeah, over 4 billion people watched it. I mean, I don't know if you watched any of the funeral. Oh no, I don't think you would have done.
I didn't. I was busy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's on the Monday, wasn't it? Following day. But wow, it's just what a send off. So precise and amazing. One of the people that carried the coffin, the guy, it's 500 kilos at 500 pounds. That coffin. The one that, if you see the photos or the pictures, was one of my wife's mother's best friend's son, and they lived on a really shit, rough council estate. You know, like these what do you call them? Like trailer trash places. And it goes to show in the British Army, doesn't matter where you come from, you can work your way up. Doesn't matter where you come from, you'll cut all.
Yeah.
Daisy, shut up, Daisy.
I've got my buddy here. He's the one that come picked up my mom, him and his wife did. Daisy, stop. But he's here, so I'm going to talk to him for a minute.
You betcha.
Okay, mate. Wow. That might give me the opportunity to go have a piss.
Huh?
That will give me the opportunity to go have a piss.
Oh, you'll be gone for an hour then.
No, I went to the toilet. I'm just going to walk out this door, into the front door. The toilet's directly on the right-hand side. Go in there.
Your idea of time, space continuum just does not work out for me and Jesus.
That's because I'm Doctor Who. I'm a Time Lord. Well, I've got to do it now. Right. Time me then. Get your stopwatch out. Back in a sec. How was that for you, Mike? Was that okay?
Yeah, surprising.
Well, I walked in, went to go to the. Luckily, normally, like, I don't know about you guys, right? And you walk into the toilet, you've got your own private. You start to get you get the snake out, getting ready. Good job I didn't, as I walked in there. Pasha sat there in the toilet with a mobile phone. I goes, oh no, is it pee or poo? She goes, poo. I was like, oh no. And I left it too long to run up the stairs to the other loo. So I quickly dashed outside and I got a drain around the side of the house. I just, I'll use that tonight. It's a quick way. It's done now. Anyway, enough of my pissing about. Glad it's Sunday tomorrow. That's why I'm having a little bit of a later night tonight, because no school tomorrow. Still got things to do around the house, though. Cleaning and stuff like that. If it's a nice day tomorrow, we might take kids out to another park. God, the amount of parks we've been to the past week.
Yes, but it's healthy for the kids.
Yeah.
Probably healthy for you, too.
Yeah. Paloma loves the swings. And whenever we go to a park, she always makes friends with loads of people. It's very sociable, Paloma. Pasha's not bad either. What have you had to eat lately? Anything exciting? How do your shopping go on Thursday?
Some bread and some cookies. And for poppy seed muffins.
Poppy seed muffins. Oh, that sounds nice.
Made out of a cake. Put in muffin tin.
Yeah.
Lemon poppy seed. Something you can't eat if you're getting drug tested.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, honestly? No, that's opium.
Poppy.
Yeah, I know, but
Yes.
Is it?
Well, yes.
that contains opium, poppy seeds on bread.
Well, where do you think the fucking
I thought it's a different.
opium comes from the poppy seed?
Yeah, but a certain type of. I mean, you've got different mushrooms, but not all mushrooms are magic, are they?
Well, supposedly there's none reaction. Everything with poppy is medical. And it is medical if you use it as medicine, but a lot of people don't.
Well, I think a lot of people do compared to the ones that don't. I mean, it's like things like I get prescribed, is it cocodamol? And that's opium based, isn't it?
Codeine?
Yeah, painkillers.
Codeine?
It's opiate based.
Oh.
And I think tramadol as well. Also, I don't like. To be honest, right? There's tramadols. Like people go, "Oh my god, you got tramadols? You must be high as a kite." So I'm like, "Fuck!" I've necked them like Smarties, and I get no effect from them at all. It pins my eyes out a little bit. You know, that's what opium does, and heroin. It makes your eyes, your pupils, pin out. You know, with like a little. You got a little black dot.
Yeah. Just the opposite of acid. Acid makes your pupils get bigger.
And
So if you do a little opium and a little acid at the same time, you're perfect.
Fucking up mine. I need to spat my beer out then. Just in a bit of a sip. That's why I keep my keyboard right underneath my table now. I've got three keyboards. I spat my drinks, or someone's coming in and knocked my drink over, or I've knocked my own drink over. Yeah, where we were, where this I'll download the pictures, put them on PC, and I'll show you one night. Where we were staying in this lodge in the woods, and it was a really heavily wooded area, and you got loads of big oak trees looming over everywhere, and you'd be laying there, or even while I was sat on the veranda having a cigarette and a beer in the evenings, and suddenly it sounds like somebody's got a hammer and smashed it on the roof, and all it is a bit of oak, you know, like the oak, what do you call them? The oak trees, that squirrels like.
Acorn?
Acorn, thank you very much. Little fucking acorn sounded like a grenade going off on the top. And during the night, you'd be laying there, you think someone's trying to break in. But it was a nice place. I mean, you know, like I said, it's in the morning or in the afternoon, I'll be sat there here, and it'd be like a woodpecker. And you know, a woodpecker can do 15 pecks in a second. 15 pecks in 1 second.
Wow.
I mean, I was going to ask if you give McCracken a blowjob, he'd love that. One more beer. I think I've got one more beer left. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know it's not concerning. It's a shame Live's not on the stream now. In America, they're about to sack quite a large number of teachers in schools. The reason being is because unless they've been vaccinated, they're not allowed to teach. Now, I mean, we're talking a considerable about a number. And in a statement, they've said that if you're not vaccinated, we take that as a notification of your resignation. So if you don't get if you don't show us proof that you're being vaccinated, we take that.
So they do that. Who's going to teach all the kids? There's nobody going to be teaching. It's the decay of civilization in the States.
But on the flip note of that, the same day, the day before they announced that, President Biden, as he likes to call himself, announced that there's no more pandemic. The pandemic is over. So why do they need to have the vaccination?
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I ain't getting it.
Oh yeah, fuck that. No, do you know what, Myron? I don't know about you. Do you ever have the thing called a flu vaccination?
Nope.
Well, I used to have it. Once I started getting diabetes and stuff, and since the COVID, fuck, I'm not letting them put it in my arm because I just don't trust them. I don't trust them with a needle no more. And I've been okay. I didn't have it last year or the year before. And I mean, it didn't really affect me having the flu jab. Might get a bit of a sniffle now and then, but that was it. So I just don't trust the medical services anymore. Unless I know exactly what they're giving me, it's tablet forms and what I normally take for my diabetes, my arthritis, or whatever, my heart, they're fucking sticking no needle in me. But we're having a lot of. You talk about this.
I've never thought I was weak enough that I had to have a fucking flu shot, even.
Well, back then, with the amount of conditions I've had and everything, I trusted them. But since this Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, that's what they use on the American channels. Since this COVID and that, the pressure they put onto people that, that you're going to get sacked if you don't have it. You can't go to work. You can't do
Yeah,
this.
well, that's all bullshit.
Can't
That's the-
travel.
That's because the rich elite want us to fucking all take it because it makes everybody sterilized or some fucking, wild scheme like that. They're just experimenting on everybody by giving them this shit. They don't know if it's going to work or not.
Exactly.
And for whatever it's being used for, they don't even know if it's going to be good for that. The cocksuckers.
Well, they said at the beginning, it won't stop you from catching it. It won't stop you from passing it on. So why the fuck should you take it?
Yeah.
It's Russian roulette. Russian
Oh,
roulette.
you take it, it'll stop you from dying if you get it.
No, it doesn't. It didn't know. More people died. Lots of people died after having the vaccination. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, I know that.
There's poor little kids as well. Little 5-year-olds. They got down to the age of 5. And they was even experimenting on newborn babies.
Yep.
That's my last one. Are you okay with me?
It's fine.
Okay.
There is a thing on YouTube where they're in Canada. They've got, I think it's in Canada. The medical profession has a hold of a 10-year-old kid and they won't give her back to her parents.
For what reason?
I didn't go into that. I just looked at the whole headline.
Yeah, okay.
There is no proper reason that she shouldn't be going back to her parents. Unless she's fucking on her deathbed, and even then, it would be a good time to get her there so they could see her before she died. But the hospital is not letting her parents see him or take her home, so, fuck.
That can't be right. Well, I know, in this day and age, the things I'd seen, nothing really shocks me anymore, but that's just not right.
Well, it's not right, but it's happened.
Another thing we got going on in England at the moment. I mean, like I said, when I wake up in the morning, I come down, I sit out here, smoke 4,000 roll-ups, have about 10 cups of tea, and I go through all the new local and national newspapers in the world, just to see what's going on in the world. I like the newspapers online because I like to see the ones where people can reply and you can understand, people's points of views and how the land lies, as they call it. And there's so many kids getting killed. One kid come out of school the other day. This might not be shocking for America, but it's for us over here. And some other kiddie who's masked, wearing a balaclava, come out as his parents went to pick him up, 15 years of age. This other guy held him down and stabbed him 15 times to death.
Huh.
Happens all the time. Well, I mean, about 4 weeks ago, some drug dealing gang up in a place called Liverpool chased after some man that just got released from prison. Maybe he's a grass, I don't know. Nothing to do with me, but this guy got chased and he ran off and hang on, I'll wait for mine.
Keep talking.
This guy saw, as he's running along the street, he saw some woman with her door slightly opened and ran into the house for protection. But the guys that are after him come running in. The woman tried to push the door shut. They fired a couple of shots through the door, trying to get him. Shot her through the wrist, the mum. But behind her was her 9-year-old daughter who got shot in the chest and died. Some other guys come running down, picked the guy up who got shot, and took him to the hospital while the mother was there with her daughter dying in her arms and left them. This is our society over here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's same age as Pasha.
I'm glad I lived with you.
I know I'll go on sometimes about a moan on or just get things a bit. I get a bit heated and animated about some of the things I bring up. It's because I got my kids, mate. You know, I don't want them growing up in this kind of life. You know, like they say, if good men do nothing.
Well, you sure aren't teaching them to fight against the power, are you?
Oh yeah, oh no, trust me, they're worse than me. They're worse.
No.
I'm surprised they haven't been sent home from school yet, or been what do you call it? Where you're not allowed to go back to school. I can't remember what it's called now.
Suspended.
Yeah. Like discommunicated, that kind of thing.
Suspended.
Yeah, no, suspended. No, it's another word.
Here, yes, it is. Over here, it's suspended.
Mm.
And why
Yes,
am I
suspended
getting
means they can go back. Suspended means they can go back. It's another word. I'll ask my wife when she comes down.
Oh, expelled. Expelled is when you can't go back.
That's the word. That's the word, Myron. Well done.
Well, I know. Well,
because they don't sign up for any of this woke agenda bollocks and all the other things. And
well, you should look at the big-titted teacher that's in Ontario. Some guy is wearing 35-pound fake, humongous synthetic breasts with some fairly nice nipples, wearing with fucking a halter. And it's a guy, and he's supposed to be the shop teacher.
The what teacher?
Shop teacher. I guess they still have shop where they are. You know, they teach you how to use saws and drills. And
woodwork.
Not only woodworking, you have all different kinds of things in there. You could do power mechanics. You could do photography, at least the school I went to. You could do clay, make clay things and fire and paint.
Yeah.
You know, it was all different, bunch of different talents.
Okay, so your shop teacher covers a wide variety. Where we said pottery, we'd have a pottery class or a music class or a workshop for you know, like.
Well, we have music classes, but you're not gonna have a fucking carpenter class and then a power engineering class when they're only in high school. You're just opening up their minds on what they could be done. They also had what do you call them, things where, well, with the bull you rotor it out, but you could do it with steel too. I made an aluminum
lathe.
Yeah, a lathe. On a metal lathe or a wood lathe. They had both of those there too.
Yeah.
You know, so there was a lot of stuff you could do. Now, if you wanted to take cooking classes, that was separate.
Yeah, because you got to eat it as well.
Yeah. But you spend a few days in each thing, eh? You had enough time to make a wooden bowl, or I made a meat tenderizer in metal lathe. Oh, I made this ashtray. I should have put the year on it.
Well, yeah, don't tell me that's from your school days.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
off.
made that.
You kept that all this time. How old are you? 15, 14?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
You kept that all this time.
About 16, I would say.
And it's not broken. Well, that's Myron, well done.
You can see my initials carved into the bottom. Not very good, but they're there.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you pass away, I know I asked you about the guitar. You might have to put that in a guitar to get shipped over as well. I'd love that on my desk. Honestly, I'm being serious.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you've got any family who are going to lay claim to things, but you don't really see no one no more, do you?
Well, send me some big bucks now, and you can have it now.
Big bucks. Fucker.
Well, it costs a lot to ship it.
No, I don't mind paying for the shipping and that, of course. Or maybe
Yeah.
when you babysit one night, I'll send my kids over to you and they can bring it back with them.
Yeah. I think really I would have no problem with the kids at all.
I know you don't. They probably love it over there, especially with their Effie and their bear. Those dogs get pampered so much.
Yeah, but I think if they looked in at this place from the windows, they'd be crying too.
No, you haven't seen what they do to their bedrooms. Remember, I had to get my oldest daughter to take him out today so I could tidy the house up. So Claire, like I said, when Claire come home, it's nice and clean for her. Because there's nothing worse for a woman to come home. Oh, she's been out on her feet all day long and the house is a shithole. I just show her that I care, you know what I mean? We might have our ups and downs every day, now and then, but I love her to bits. She's my wife. I know except for her bank account. But at least she's trying to do something about it now.
Well, she's also got a better idea of what a pound is worth now, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, she fucking has, trust me. But so have I as well, in another way. While we was down the Isle of Wight, and because we're with each other all the time, you know, we're with each other 24/7. We all go together in the same car. We do the same things, go places, and eat together and everything. And I go into the supermarkets or the grocery stores with her, and I was just going, fuck. She goes, what? I said, look how much that is here. She says, I did tell you everything's gone up in price. I said, yeah, but look, fuck. Look how much that, £5 for 500 grams of fucking margarine. She said, I told you. I said, look how much that is. She said, see, I did tell you. But beer hasn't gone up, though.
Don't eat margarine. Eat real butter.
No, I don't. I eat real butter.
Butter. Tell your kids that, too. Hey, what do you think about when they start feeding us all? See, you guys are fucked. You'll be getting fucking ground up grasshoppers all the time.
Protein?
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen here.
You don't think so?
Not for the foreseeable future. I mean, we're not Hong Kong or Philippines or anywhere like that. So I'm surprised they do as well, you know, because the amount of land they got to grow food on, farmers, where here our farmers are being demonized now. They're just trying to land grab off them, you know, build more houses to accommodate all the illegal people we've got coming over here. You know, people don't realize how much of a god or to hero worship farmers are, because they're the ones that produce the food. There's nothing better than locally produced food. You've got to support the people around you, your local businesses, the local food. Not these corporate bullshit stuff which has been genetically modified.
I seed and harvested grain. But yet I'm not a farmer.
I don't know. I beg to get differ on that, because you could be self-survive. You could self-survive, and you can grow weed. So you're a farmer in some other ways.
No, I fucking grew a crop out on a farm. I planted it, and then I went back in the fall and took it off.
What, weed?
But I was only a farmhand. No, fucking wheat.
Oh, wheat.
Yes, fields and fields of wheat. Well, I only planted 1 or 2 fields, but I harvested all of them that they had.
How did it come out? All good?
Yeah, they were happy, so I guess so. Well, anybody I worked for was usually happy.
And it's a science as well now. You know, you've got to get the timing right to get the crops in.
Oh, fuck. It's not that big a science. It's been the same way all the time over here. And this fucking bullshit about fertilizer, you can grow perfectly good, healthy plants without that fucking fake fertilizer that they sell in bags. Because I can remember back before there was such shit used as that.
Obviously, Myron, because you go back 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 years ago, they did well then, didn't they?
Yes. You don't even have to go that far back. If you go back about, say, 55 years ago,
Yeah.
they didn't have, a lot of people weren't using fucking fertilizer then. It was just starting to really be used, and it got used more and more because everybody's seen it. It makes the plants grow better, but the thing is, it fucks up your ground.
If I remember right, they used to set fire to the field and then turn it over to, and then leave it for the year and then use another field. Something like that. I can't remember now, but it's...
Yeah, you can do that. But yeah, every 4 years, you should leave a quarter. See, over here, we look at our land in quarters and sections. There is 4 quarters to a section.
Yeah.
A quarter is a mile
Hectare.
by 2 miles.
Oh, boy, that's massive.
Listen to what I'm telling you. I said there's quarters and sections.
Yeah.
Now, a quarter is a mile. It's a mile by a mile. I think it is.
Even Epic.
Hey, Epic. You're back again.
Oh, he's changed the name again. Or is that... Oh, that's his second channel, isn't it? He has to do another one or something.
Epic's on the watch.
So you do a quarter, which is a mile, yeah?
About a mile by mile. Or is it a mile by 2 miles? Fuck, I can't even remember now. But it's big. It'll take you a couple of days driving a tractor over it to plant it. And by the time you cut it and then go and pick up the grain, you've been over the land 3 times. And now they say you don't till, you're just supposed to plant your seeds underneath. Well, that works for a little while. But if you're going to do no till, you should just have a punch pushing the seed down. They're still dragging shit, I think, through it. No, but when I was really young, I was behind a horse and a single plow in the garden. I didn't have to be. I wanted to be back there trying to do it.
I'll tell you what, Byron, I don't know. I mean, I recently watched one, but one of these videos about fantastic machines, farming machines. Fucking hell, the technology of like just one guy going along and ploughing and planting and then going back again, and once the crop's grown, picking it and processing it all in one machine. Fantastic technology.
You can cut it and process it but you can't plant it with that same machine.
Can't what, sorry?
You can't plant it.
No, there is. No, there is. Have
No,
a look.
no.
Yeah.
If there is, it must be for one special crop. Because up here, when you're planting canola, which is about the size of a copper BB in one of them air guns,
Yeah. 0.22.
yeah, it's about that size. Yeah. No, 1.77. 1.77. Smaller than that 0.22. No, I forgot what I was talking about.
We're talking about planting.
Yeah, well, that don't help.
And you talking about your plough. You're talking about your plough with your horse in your garden.
Yeah. You have to change subject, I guess. Holy fuck. It's 4:41. I'm going to have to call her a day.
Oh, shit, yeah. Look at the time.
I've got to...
Oh, no, hang on, mate. You're only 14 minutes over.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
I'm going to be on Devo's channel in 40 minutes or so. So I want to eat. So I would like to thank you for coming up today, UK. Kind of missed you the last few days.
I missed coming up. Honestly, it was frustrating because I was down there and I could watch a couple of things, but then the internet would, if I tried to watch the YouTube channel, then I started getting the spinning wheel of death, and it was just, it's frustrating because I wanted to say hello. I like to come in and just do a little video camera and say, hey, what we're doing here, and it was frustrating. But thank you for letting me up. I was just so tired last night, Myron. I was to do my cover. But yeah, and I'm tired tonight as well. I had to catch up on a load of shit today. But listen, I appreciate being allowed up here and chewing the fat with you. Yeah. It's always a pleasure. Say goodnight to, well, life's going to be gone anyway. But good night, life, if you can still hear us. You take care, buddy. And anyway, I'll see you tomorrow night, Myron.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
You're out of here.
I'm gone. Take care. Good night, everyone else in the chat. Good night, Mr. McCracken. Good night, Epic. Good night, guys. Have a good one. Oh, he's come back to say good night.
I hear you.
I did say, fuck you too.
That's not fuck you. That's fuck you.
No,
love you guys.
That's the finger up your ass. The two V's together like that is fuck you. Now, it relates back to England, where we used to fuck off the French archers. Oh, what's
Put that finger up your ass.
What's that? Gang? Is that a gang thing?
No, that's my finger. It stays like that all the time.
I would like to be you wiping my ass in the morning. Live, take care, mate. Try and have a peaceful evening,
bro.
See you next one.
See you again. Glad you're back.
All right, look after yourself, guys. I'm definitely 3, 2, 1. I'm gone.
Bam. Hey, Brian, I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you.
I was glad somebody else had to take over answering all his freaking questions.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll see you again.
You betcha. I'm on every day. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, take care.
Good. Enjoy yourself. Relax as much as you can.
Absolutely.
Okay. You have a good night.
Later.
Well, thanks to everybody that was up on panel. Thanks to everybody that was in chat, especially Jesus. And if anybody watches the show from later on and you watch it from start to end, get a life, because man, it's got to be the boring show on the internet.